Let's get it. Hop off a 16 passenger, ditch a D5, no, that's not a challenger. Big one. I get some members with me in the freaks, get coke seats, they some cannibals. They like to get geek, drink a whole bottle, wake up and repeat. Damn. She took a look, mixed it with the chill out. Now she says she's seeing 3D.
Thank you. You ladies look pretty.
Thank you. What I got?
Girl, they're from Walmart.
You got stop it. Stop playing.
They are from Walmart online.
That's what it is.
I think they were like $30 or something like that. Thank you. You ladies look pretty. Can we go in here?
Different when you're sitting all alone by yourself. Different when I think that you were somebody else. Different, someone else. To keep me, I am sure. Don't you when you see me out kicking with my new bitch. I still hang around, even though you got me gap. I could pretend you the main nigga, but you look just like that feeling. I'm on my way out of pocket, need clear vision. Can't trust decision when you near me, get much caught in your crossfire. You are one, and all the way to get you like it's cool. Why they like it's cool when you put a boot down when I know when it's not. All that I know is mirrors inside me, they recognize you. So please don't deny me. Different. rest now. Got me bummed out. You, baby, baby, baby. And on my empty mind, you sit. I try to keep them loose in the western bay. I worry that I wasted the best of me on your bed. You don't care. See, not trying to be a nuisance. This is urgent. Trying to make sense of the change got me a war in my mind. Gotta let go of what you can keep what's holding me. Choose your wise. Will the world break up in front of me? All the while, I wave my arm, my favorite smile. Still wanna try, still believing. Good days, always ugly inside. Good at living in my mind.
Good evening and welcome to our team. My name is Andre Ishard, artist, collector, curator, and co-owner of Gallery Ishard. Here with my wonderful business partner, life partner,
All we do is do this. Look at this video and dance. I'm so glad to have you guys out today. Artist, collector, curator, co-owner of Gallery Shard. I'm Frances.
So we're actually going to make two announcements because we thought it makes sense to say something in this physical space. So this is the Incubator Gallery, which is also a representation of our gallery artists that we work with at Gallery Ishard, and 3 of these artists had solo exhibits this summer during our Gallery Ishard solo series, starting with, to your very rear, the work of Al Burtz from Washington, D.C. He actually had a solo exhibit in the main gallery last month, 24 pieces, and 18 of them sold within 3 weeks, so it was amazing. Just the response to his work that we have been representing him for over 10 years, and he continues to capture Black swagger. And I can't say it any other way than you just feel the essence of who we are. And to the left, we have another artist, Michael Shane, and when Francis talked about his work, he also had a solo exhibit this past summer.
Yes, Michael Shane was the August solo show, and it's Scratchboard. Michael Shane is from Detroit. He won the Bombay Sapphire Artisan Series way back when on Bombay. Went to Art Basel in Miami and displayed his artwork. So the black surface with a scaffold or a sander. So he is amazing. His work is social justice. It really speaks to the issues that are going on in America today.
The solo exhibit. And this work, if you really look at it, it looks like the spreading of the wing of 2 moths. But Pearlie Taylor is 82 years old. And she paints those with a mop. So think of your grandmother wielding a mop, and you only get one time to get it right. So the orange one, the yellow one. So she's in her prime at 82. We've been representing her for almost 20 years. And this is just another example of the many fingerprints of artists.
Okay, guys, I've been here for a little bit. It wasn't what I expected. I thought I was going to see more fashions, but it's more of an art exhibit than anything. And so they just did a presentation about all of the artists, things of that nature. And so I've seen all I can see. There were 3 different rooms, and yeah, I've seen all I can see. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go home from here because the heels are about to do me in. But I found a really good park right around this corner, and yes, girl, we are out of here. I want to go home and try to edit my pictures the best way I can because I don't think I really got good pictures just because I had to take them front facing. You know, those are not the best. So I'll see what I can do with them and post them on Instagram. So, all right, guys, that's going to be the end of today's event, and we will resume on Saturday. All right, guys, I don't know if you can, I don't have on my microphone, so I don't want to be back too far, but today is just not turning out the way that I wanted it to. But happy Saturday. It is my second Chicago Fashion Week event that I am going to be attending. It is 5:04, so I'm just about ready to leave out of the house. So I did just decide to go with this two-piece coordinated set from Zara. It's a sweatsuit, but it looks like denim just a little bit, right? I understand the assignment anytime I go somewhere, so I know this is going to fit in perfectly for the aesthetic, the type of event that I am going to. I'm going to give you guys a full look in the mirror. But because it's just a little bit cooler than I expected it to, I was gonna, judge this up and do something just a little bit differently with it. I'm going to throw my denim cape on top and see how that works out. And I am taking one of my MCM bags just because it goes with the shoes, and the blue and the browns, the cognac, all of that looks good together, right? So yeah, let me go grab everything else. I need to find some sunnies, and then I'll come back and give you guys a full look. All right, here is my full OOTD. I don't know how I feel about this, but it is what it is. And so I did end up grabbing my Tom Fords. This is my cape from Zara. This two-piece set is also from Zara. Chelsea boots are from Free People, and I'm taking my MCM to break up all of this blue, and that's the outfit. And my fragrance of the night, it's going to be this Coach fragrance. I don't know which one this is, but this is the bottle. So that's what I'm wearing tonight. All right, guys, I am in the car. There's a little bit of traffic, but it's saying 27 minutes. I'm going to the Silver Room. I haven't been to the Silver Room in a long time. The last time I was there, it was a store for us, by us, right? They sold different type of jewelries, books, just a novelty of things, right? And so I am assuming that they are going to transform it so that they can do a show in it, because from the description of what type of event it was supposed to be a runway show. And last I went into that store, it was pretty small, but this was years ago, so I don't know if they've got an extra room or how it's going to be set up. Initially, what they said was it was going to be somewhere downtown, and then I got an email saying that because the event grew larger than what they expected or something like that, they were going to have it at the Silver Room. I wonder how much traffic is it, because it's red all the way up until, oh, okay, but then it slows down again. It's going to be slow. But I mean, considering I'm not going to get there too late, so yeah. Anywho, my outfit, you guys, I'm not pleased. I had something else envisioned. It's been pretty warm here, reaching like the 80s, but I was gonna wear this two-piece coordinated set. I was gonna put on a bodysuit, and then I was gonna wear the top, and I was just gonna drape it over the top, tie it up so it'll stay, or just drape it over, with the arms hanging, or that other situation where you can just kind of cross it over this way. I was gonna do something a little funky like that, and I feel like I could have still done that, but I'm always rushing, right? And I don't know why I didn't go with my plan and at least try
in
that
1,000
first.
feet, merge onto I-290 East.
I don't even know why I have this on. I legit just have my GPS on just because I want to keep up with the time, not so much directions. But I don't know why I didn't try to see that out first before I diverted to something else. I think I got thrown off by the weather, because when I checked the temperature, it was saying it was going to be like in the 60s all day. And so with all of that said, I'm really not I mean, it's cool, it's straight, but I really just wanted to do something else. So I'm really not feeling my outfit today at all. But it is what it is at this point. And due to the nature of the type of show that I'm going to, I wouldn't suspect that anyone is going to look any more done up than how I look. You know what I'm saying? It's just me personally, this is just how I feel about my outfit today. But yeah, I'm on the E-way and I have my sunroof open, so I know the wind is probably drowning me out. So I will see you guys when we get to the event.
Woke up this morning, can't remember nothing. Two bitches just flew in from London. Nothing I remember, they calling me daddy. The mattress was covered in money. Went to sleep with my jewelry and chains on. Had to wake up and recount the money. I got a bitch, she gon' kill for real. Talking about Clyde and Bunny. Cool with the kid, copy. Got to pull up with a stick, stop it. Rich nigga shit, solid. Rich nigga, old hundreds, pockets rotted. Got it. I go to space with the stars. Might smoke a blunt with my pilot. Saturn, Moon, Earth, and Mars. NASA take off with the rocket. $500,000 on the necklace. Young rich niggas we successful. Say she wanna feel special. What? And Coco make her feel special. I kinda 100 or better. 100. Back in 200 or better. 200. I might go put all my chains on.
Yeah, and then just turn around so they can see the back. Okay, love that. Okay, y'all. I'm back in my sanctuary. This is my spot. This is me right here. Like, I love just coming and just sitting in here and, you know, talking to you guys. And so I am getting ready to close out this Chicago Fashion Week vlog. It did not go the way I expected it. It feels like one of those moments where when everything can go wrong, it did. And that's what it feels like to me. And so I believe on my way to the first event, I kind of filled y'all in on how I was feeling, you know, what I was going through, you know, that kind of situation. And it was just at a point throughout the evening where I started to feel uncomfortable and I needed to come home, and I'm so glad that I did. But I feel like it was just at that point where they were getting ready to start engaging the crowd, right? Because it said the hours were from like 6 to 9. And so I got there just a little bit after 6, and that room that I was in, that's where they started at. And then they were taking us into the other room, and there was another room. So there was like 3 separate rooms where there was like a bunch of art and stuff like that. But I feel like, you know, before they had started talking and engaging the crowd, I was just kind of like, well, what's the point? Like, what's going on here, right? Like, how do you tie all of this in to fashion? Now, in the clips, you guys did see that there was a lady there dressed up in Mariano's garb. I don't know who the artist is, but you'll see like, well, you would have seen like the bag that she was modeling. It had the store names Mariano on it, and I believe her dress was like made out of paper bag, right? So that was a artistic, fashion piece, right? So I'm thinking, they would get ready to engage the crowd so that you would kind of really get the feel of why you were there, because it is truly an art gallery. But how are you tying that into Fashion Week? But I ended up having to leave early because, again, I was just feeling uncomfortable, and no woman wants to be anywhere where she's not comfortable. And so I did leave, and I was not able to get the full experience right when they were getting ready to engage the crowd. Okay, let's fast forward. We're dealing with some family stuff. Moms are getting older, they're ending up in the hospital and things of that nature. And so I wanted to go see my aunt yesterday when I got off work. And by the time I would have gotten there, visiting hours would have been over. And so I didn't go. And so I was going to make it my business to go today because I was going on that side of town. The hospital she was in was on the same side of town as the event, right? So I'm killing two birds with one stone. Here was where things got funky, right? Because I'm thinking visiting hours are over at 8 p.m., right? They're going to make us leave, all that stuff, right? And so this event was from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. I get there a little bit after 6. I'm sitting there, right? I'm, moving around. I'm showing you guys or whatever. And then I finally sit down, right? Because I don't know when the show is supposed to start, right? It's from 6 to 9. So I'm just sitting there in the seats. And then a lady comes up to the girl across from me and she's talking to her. And then she looks at me and asks me, am I with media? I'm like, no. And she's saying like the seats are for media. And so I'm like, oh, okay. So it's standing room only. And she's like, yes. And I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm not tripping. Right. But we just started having like a small conversation, and I'm so tired right now. I went and grabbed something to drink at the refrigerator because I have not eaten since about noon, and it is 10:58. So I spark up a little conversation with her, and I was probably inquiring on the show and things of that nature. And what I found out was that the show wasn't going to start until 7 p.m., but the show was only going to be 20 minutes because this is a small artist with not a lot of fashions, right? So it's not a lot to show. And in my head, I'm thinking like, damn, so how long is it going to take me to get to the hospital? So, I Google it just to see, how long it would take me, because I know how to get there, right? I just need to know how long it's going to take me. And it said 20 minutes. The show is over at 7:20. The show is supposed to be over at 7:20, but were they going to come out at 7 o'clock like they were supposed to, right? So I'm just kind of like battling back and forth. Ultimately, I ended up leaving at maybe close to 6:40-ish, something like that, to go to the hospital because I don't want to get there just to be there for a few seconds and they're telling us that, or telling me that, visiting hours are over, that you will have to leave. And I didn't get the full experience. There's a guy there. He was either their camera guy, the videographer, but when I was talking to him, he was acting like he didn't, how can I say it? And I was saying like, oh, those are, one of the pieces from the artist. And he was acting like he didn't know. He was just saying they was telling him that they wanted him to wear that. But I had already, done my research, looked up the artist and saw, what type of work he did. And that's how come I knew how to dress, right? I asked him if I can, film him. I wouldn't show his face, it was just for my YouTube or whatever. But I wanted to get a piece from the artist so you guys can kind of see, the culture and where he's coming from with a lot of his pieces. And I wish I would have known that if I got into that hospital before visiting hours, that in no way, shape, or form were they going to make you leave, because I just left a little bit after 10 p.m., right? So my aunt, she has 2 daughters. And so I'm texting one of my cousins, and, she's giving a lot of one-word answers. And I didn't know that her sister was there at the hospital. So when I got there, her sister was there, right? So we're talking, da 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 da. And, the nurses and stuff, they're trying to work with my aunt. And but they kept having codes, right? So every time she would come in and try to work with my aunt, they would have a code. And so when the hospital's code, it's all hands on deck, right? So my cousin is exhausted, right? So she's like, I'm going to leave. I have to leave. I'm tired. I said, go ahead. I'll sit here. I'll wait until they can finally get to her and do what they need to do. And the nurse is like, oh, I'm so glad, I'm saying, y'all staying. I'm so glad you're here. I love when the family works with us so we can do X, Y, and Z and da 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 da. So to make a long story short, had I known, if I had gotten there like right before visiting hours ended, I would have been able to stay. And I didn't ask, but I'm just assuming, because this is sometimes protocol of hospitals, that they'll they would at least let one loved one stay all night. But regardless, I just feel like they wouldn't have bothered us, because we're there, we're not being a problem. We're helping, you know what I'm saying? So Fashion Week, Chicago Fashion Week 2024 has been an epic fail. And this is the inaugural year of Chicago Fashion Week. Like, there have been other like Chicago Fashion Weeks, but they have never put it out as if it was a New York Fashion Week, Paris Fashion Week, something like that. So this is Chicago, really, you know what I'm saying, putting their mark down, saying like, we can do this too. We could be a part of it too. This year, it was kind of based on like locals, right? We're not there yet with the big fashion houses and, things of that nature. We're starting at home. And that's what I love about Chicago, is that we're going to give props to us first. And so that's what this year was about, giving props and honing in on who we have here at home, and showing our Chicagoans, giving our Chicagoans their flowers and things of that nature. And so I'm just going to keep this in the back of my head for next year, and hopefully things turn out a little bit differently. But I did not expect this to turn out the way it did. What can you do? What can you do? But baby, I'm getting ready to close it out. While I was at the hospital, I did go back over the events and things of that nature to see if maybe I can attend maybe one more. But one of the issues is that I was having is that it's New York Fashion Week. So they're having stuff all throughout the week, right? All throughout the day. I can't be taken off to attend all of these different events and things of that nature. So I picked the 2 that I felt like I would enjoy the most. And had I known better, which I didn't, because I'm not in the loop like that, the very first show on the very first night was the one to go to. So yeah, this is Chicago Fashion Week 2024 for me, but I'm going to educate myself just a little bit more. I'm going to scour the internet and the YouTube streets to see if any, Chicago vloggers have went to the shows, if any, whether they're a vlogger or not, if anybody just have footage that they uploaded. I want to kind of take all of that in, everything that I missed and, things of that nature, and just kind of keep that in the back of my head for next year. And hopefully, I don't know how and when and where, what's going to happen later on in life for me as my channel starts to evolve. So if you guys are new here, please subscribe to the channel. Help me grow. I too one day want to be able to go to a New York Fashion Week, a Paris Fashion Week, a Milan Fashion Week, baby, all of the fashion weeks, even Chicago Fashion Week. I want to be able to be in the building of a lot of events and things of that nature. And so with all of that said, I've been talking for 13 and a half minutes, and so I'm closing everything out. I hope you guys enjoyed whatever it was I was able to give to you. Yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.